Alright, I'm going to pose some questions in this video, and I'm hoping to get some answers. I'm going to reach out to my brothers and sisters that are watching this video, and I'm asking you for help. That's right. I don't need anything financially. I don't need any help with possessions or material things. My help is I need inside your head. See, I've struggled, and I have a struggle that I've battled with for over half a century, and we're gonna hear rescue kitties going in the background there. We've got the young lady there. She is quite boisterous today. So my first question is, how long would you wait on God to answer a prayer? Right? Or how long would you wait to let him do to work in your life? If you're doing things after his counsel, right, and his will, trying to let his will be done, then you have to kind of, we have to lead our own life, but we also have to let his will be done in our life. So here's another question for you. If you had just about everything you wanted, material wise, but you didn't have the thing like you felt you needed the most, what would you do then? Because I'm that guy. I have everything I could possibly ever want at this time, material wise. I don't have anything I want. I don't want anything as far as material wise. What I need is, okay, so here's my question again. How long would you wait for the Most High to do his work in your life and sort of answer your prayer? So it goes like this for me. This is why I'm asking for help. Because see, I'm struggling. I'm struggling in my head and sometimes physically, because I bought this property that I'm on over 5-6 years ago, and looked into this 8 years ago, because I'm a person who pays attention to cycles, and a lot of the times I have a very good understanding of what's going to happen long before it happens. So it's a blessing. It really is, to know what's going to happen. I paid attention to cycles. I put some videos out about some of the stuff that's in the heavens that has to do with cycles. I was a traffic reconstructionist in the military, a military veteran, and that's what I did. I was a police officer, and so I did traffic crash reconstruction. So my brain has been like that. I joined the military at 17 years old, and 18 I was gone and went hard. I gave a little bit of my story about um, the Most High crushing everything I do. He's always just crushed everything I do. But I'm actually pretty blessed right now, because I'm out here in the high desert outback, knowing that my son, the last year, he's like, Dad, I went back and watched some of your videos from, like, 6 and 7 years ago. And wow, they're like right about now. I'm like, you know, uh, so I know it's coming in the future. So it's a blessing, but it's also a burden. See, I have made a place, like he said, I'm going to go and prepare a place and come back and receive you, redeem you, right? Our, our Messiah. But I'm preparing a place too, because the Most High spoke to me 10 years ago and said, you need to get a place. I put out in my blogs many, many years ago about this year, 2022, being the year of food, and the next year will be everything you see in the sky. And I'm not going to be wrong, guys. There's already these light poles out here in this desert where I'm at. We live in an electrical universe. It's just a cycle. Man is not doing this. This is all by God's hand. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All by his hand. So the same thing in my life. See, I'm struggling. I've came out here and started preparing a place. I have prepared and dug by hand. Oh, they're playing now. A storm shelter that's over 50 foot. I have a whole, because I have kind of kept this to myself. I live out here by myself. I haven't anybody to help me, and I've asked and prayed for the Most High to send me help. Sometimes, I'm out here in this windy desert and I got a 15 and 20-foot board. If I could just have one finger on the other end of that board, it wouldn't fall down, but yet it gets blown over and almost knocks me over 5 or 6 times. And I keep struggling to put it up, and I did. But so I'm not asking. I was never asking, And then sometimes I thought I want to talk with Brother Jim about wanting companionship, But I don't think I can live with anybody. I don't do anything without purpose. I have to have a reason for what I'm doing. I mean, I can let go and be spontaneous, but I don't do anything without a plan. I am a planner and I plan ahead, and that way it's just no different to me than having car insurance. It's security. Like I remember during the whole past couple years, remember that toilet paper debacle thing, had people call me up because they know what I'm doing. And, and said, "Oh man, I bet you got lots of toilet paper." I said, "You're right. I'm not down there fighting anybody for toilet paper right now, and that's what this is all about. That's why you're wise and you have extra oil in your lamp, so you be found burning bright." Remember, the foolish virgins did not want the oil in their lamps; they were asking them for the extra oil that they had brought. So I've done these things. I have my ark, so to speak. It took Noah 120 years as I dug and dug and dug for years. You guys, Lazarus, would you let her go, please? Stop being so rough. Okay, part of this, Lazarus the boy kitty. So, anyways, uh, you know, I started this project because he had spoke to me, and just like Noah, he called out to Noah's head in his brain, obviously, and he didn't listen to anybody. Everybody chastised him, called him crazy old man on the side of the, Noah was a conspiracy theorist until the day it started raining, correct? So I'm all over. There's only conspiracy fact now, and I'm past those days. I used to do a lot of preparing and got accused of being a prepper, a prepper. But remember, a bird has an instinct that it doesn't need to be told to fly south for the winter, correct? And if I'm not mistaken, a chipmunk has a brain like the size of a pea, correct? And nobody needs to tell it to put up nuts for the winter. So, and these people with these brain that put your hands together, your two fists together, that's the size of the brain inside your head, you know. They don't use them. They don't use what's up there in their craniums. So I do, and I prepare because I believe that the Spirit calls out to me. That's why I came out here to this desert, moved 100 miles away from a Walmart, got away from people because I know I'm not afraid of the government. I've worked for the government. I'm not afraid of police officers. I've been a police officer. That's where most people are preparing. They think they have all this fight. I'd let God fight all my battles. But anyways, no, it's your neighbor that doesn't have anything. That's, you work side by side to, and you're getting paid the same amount of money, but he put his money in, I don't know, football jerseys and parts for his truck that, football emblems on his truck. I don't know, whatever. You can watch football. I'm just saying they didn't take any time to prepare. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And that's your biggest concern and going to be the biggest threat to people in the future is people that are unprepared. So we have to remember the parable again of the wise and foolish virgins. They were not asking for their oil in their lamps. They were asking for the extra oil that they had brought. So it called out on me years ago because I pay attention to the cycles to get out away from people and start preparing a place. And so I did. And then I said, okay, well, I want to actually make this a community of people where they don't have a cost of living, meaning you've worked to pay, like I own all my own solar panels and wind turbine and generators and power inverters and charger controllers and all these things that I've bought. And that, I had to start over just 5 years ago because the Most High, I was listening to the word and I had everything taken from me, you know, by my own family. So I've started over with everything I had. And, I had things that I had bought for years. People, why do you buy those things? That's not even your size of boots. I said, I'm buying those for other people who will not prepare. They're going to need these things some days. And then I had that all taken from me. But I've started over again, and it's not about possession. So I came back out here, and guess what? I won. I got a shelter away from, I put out in my blogs many years ago that this year right here, 2022, would be the year of food. And when this administration came out in March and said there'd be food shortages, I nailed it. And I knew it. I put that out 5, 6, 7 years ago about this year because I know of the cycles. I know what's coming next year, the following year, and following year. I know not everything, but I know of things like there's a valve stem on a tire, right? And there's only one, and it comes around every 360. Well, people forget that valve stem is on that tire sometimes, and I'll remind, hey, this valve stem's going like, what are you talking about? It's, valve stem in 360 degrees, right? Well, it comes around. There's more than one tick or valve stem sometimes in these cycles, and I put these cycles together, guys. If you, hallelujah, all things that I'm talking is all in his will, because see, I'm out here trying to be patient, try to come out here, build this community, and nobody's come in 5 years. I put out a thing on my local Facebook page with another breakdown moment that I've been out here for 5 years and I've only had one single person come and visit me in the 5 years, and that was my son. All these people on my Facebook page, all these friends and supposed family, all I'm going to come see you, and they know what I'm doing out here, but nobody ever comes. So look, see, I even did that. I put out another, because I have a blog that I did where I put out and said, hey, you want to come out here? I put out this whole thing about this community I'm in, and showed all pricing of stuff around here. It's a huge blog I did on one of my other channels, and not one hit. See, again, it's entertainment for people. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. That's right. If you don't prepare, you are going to fail. All these people who think they're going to come out and do these things when things get rougher, the world's kind of already ended as we know it. And I feel fine, right? Because this is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, yeah, rip that cover off of these lies, So I'm here with these truths. I know where I'm supposed to be. Thought I could build a community of people again with zero cost. Once they, you'd have about 2 to 3 hours a day. We got an underground garden. We have animals to take care of out here. That's all your food stuff that I'm talking about. The well needs tended. That, all these things, but about 2 hours a day per person should be able to handle. That's it. Once it got going, at first you have to start out putting longer days in, but by the end of your, when everybody was settled in their own little cabins and had their own spot and power, and they didn't have any cost of living, they could go run into the woods after 2 hours, go collect rocks, go find nature, go fishing, do whatever. Just stay out of the city, I guess. Do whatever they want. They could do it. Or they could run to a city. If they had a place back here, a safe place, that's not up to me. How about this? I don't want to do it today because I've got plans to go into the woods. Can you cover my 2 hours for me today, Tracy? Oh, yeah, I got you. Oh, you're going for 2 days? Oh, I'll get you the next day, too. So when you come back, you owe me a couple hours work time. See, it would all work perfect. And I called onto the Most High, and I tried to put all this community together, and I've done everything I could possibly do in my power. I mean, I've built it. Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. No, they won't. I have not seen anybody come out here. And so my struggle is I won't even build anything out here anymore. I maintain what I have. I don't let things go down, but I don't want to build anything. I have other cabin options for people to come out here. I've even opened up this property again. You want to come out here? You want to live off grid? You always said you wanted to do it. Just sound like it's entertainment or a TikTok video or something you've seen on Facebook to most people these days. They say they want to do it. They say they want to do it, but they don't jump. And I've jumped. And I've actually had, again, everything taken from me and came right back out to wherever this property was and started all over again with nothing. And did it again. It took me 15 years to, gather everything I did the first time and learning and skills. And then everything was taken from me. And, one of the years I actually wasn't able and made zero income for those years. None. Because I was being held hostage by my family. It's a good story. I'm going to do a video on it. It's pretty incredible that your own family would do these things. But all glory to the most high, right? He does not dwell in temples made by hands, does he? No, he dwells within us, Christ in you. So that's what's kept me going. And I'm out here alone. He's my counselor, if you will. So I'm calling out to you because I don't want to do this. The materium is boring me to death. And, I thought I wanted companionship, but I don't know if I could live with anybody. I'm such a planner and I'm so set in my ways. I get upset if you don't put the toilet paper back. Not upset, I'll mention something. But then I'm the bad guy because I mentioned something. If you won't put the toilet paper back on the roll, if you don't put the toilet seat down, if you don't fill up the ice tray. I like to make sure the dishes are rinsed. I don't like dirty dishes in my house. If I got running water, there's just certain things I do with purpose. I won't do anything without a purpose, to be honest with you. It has to have. I'm such a planner. That's why I am and been able to succeed with zero income, because I plan ahead, constantly thinking about the future. So I've got this, you know, 40 acres I'm on. I bought another on payments. It's on payment. Eventually get it paid off, but it's things within my means. I know I can cover without stressing myself about money. I don't care about any money at all. Remember, I don't need money. I didn't ask you for money. I'm asking you for your help. What do I do? 5 years I've waited for God to help me. I've waited, what's wrong? I talked to even Brother Jim about, it's not about looks, but again, maybe it's because of who I am. I can't even get a job in this community, guys, that I live in. I could go one town over and I have a commercial license with a valid Department of Transportation physical in my pocket. Can drive anything on the road. I've managed restaurants. This ain't about me. I'm trying to say this is about him and let him work through me. So this is a long video, and I'm hoping somebody will make it to the end and actually answer my question here on what am I doing wrong? Because I feel, again, even I wanted companionship and told Brother Jim, why do I feel guilty that I'm alone and I want somebody to be next to me? I mean, why is that wrong? Why do I feel guilty for wanting somebody to, I don't know. Sometimes it gets cold out here in the cabin. It'd be nice to sleep to somebody warm at night. It's a whole different animal sleeping alone. But never mind. I'm over it. I don't, whatever. He ain't going to give that to me. That ain't it. I'd rather, how about just somebody to come out here with me and be in the same hados, in the same way, that maybe had a few things. Well, I got a solar panel and a generator. Well, come on out. You don't even need that. I have things, I even I did a blog on my channel about, on not this channel, another channel, again, talking about this whole community, the price of this community, opened up my place, and not one person. So, field of dreams, build it if they'll come. Whatever, that's just a quote out of a movie. My point is that I have so, it's a farm. I've built a farm out here by hand. There's probably hundreds of poles out here. And I've dug through this hard pan by hand and put out hundreds of poles on this property to string. When there was fires out here, I put up fences to try to open up this property when people were having their houses burned down in Paradise and all those, and opened up this property and said, bring all your stuff. My father died in a fire. If you watched any of my videos, Christmas killed my father. Remember? No, the Most High took him. If you're watching this first video, or your first video, you better go back and watch some of my other videos. But no fire. I even opened up this property and said, bring your animals, bring all your stuff. Don't, leave whatever, it's not worth your possessions. Come out here. Nobody ever came. I built everything to open this property. That's why I have, he just keeps crushing me. Is he just not, am I not one of his elect? I don't know. I'm trying. Remember I said in the video, my wife committed adultery and I still kept my vows even at 17, 18 years old. Been a pretty serious dude about the Most High God, the Father, the Son, Jesus, Yahushua, Hamashiach, the Messiah, right? I'm trying to conform to his image and I can't get any cooperation from this world. So I even talked with Sister Mary about giving up this life and maybe making a sacrifice like he did, making a sacrifice, and felt that if I can't even get a job out here because of the way I am and because of what comes out of my mouth, because I'm spiritual, not literally one person in this job. I've filled out job applications all for years. I can't get a job. So I'm not worried about it. I make it on my own anyways. I'm a horse trader. I'm not upset at it. But it'd be nice to have just a regular job, so I didn't feel so alienated and confined. And so that's where he's at. And I have days where I'm fine with it, guys. I do. And I keep doing, but I have run into a wall to where, again, I don't want to build up anything out here if I can't share this with anybody, if I can't share these same things, and I can't have a, anybody that's going to be able to benefit from being away from people, being prepared, being spiritually prepared, being ready for what the earth is going to throw at us. give you a lot of time out here to study, wouldn't it? If you just had a couple hours worth a day to work, you could study a lot and hover over the word quite a bit. So probably the longest video I've done on this channel. But see, I even gave up at one point, and again, I talked to Sister Mary about maybe doing something to, I know this sounds, whatever it is, what it is, I have nothing to hide. I'm filthy rags, but maybe putting myself in jail or something so that I could go speak to people about uh, the Word of God. I have a whole arm full of tattoos that are different, that I've spent, tons of time and effort to, and I still do these days when I go out and witness His Word. And so I've thought about that a lot. I need to do this. So if I'm ever put in confinement, that I have a Bible on my arm, so to speak. So I know that sounds crazy, but guys, literally, I mean, it's not supposed to do that, right? Not supposed to mark our bodies, but at least if I did it with something that was His Word in those books. It's everything that's in that book, it put into an image. So I thought maybe that would be better. I'd serve a better purpose. If I can't even do anything out here, maybe I should just go put myself in a situation where I could talk to random people, strangers that are just did horrible things probably, or maybe the system did horrible things and they're not even guilty because our system's like that, and they feel like their whole lives, and they can have somebody there saying, hey, no, guess what? We're all filthy rags. Come out of her, my people. He pushes his people from the darkness into light. He puts us all through the press. He uses man to crush us. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. You're supposed to embrace the good with the bad. Remember, we're supposed to hold on to those things that are precious, but also those things that He does into our life, and we're supposed to embrace those with just as much. Honestly, I'm going to do a video on that as well. So super long video. But look, I even talked to Brother Jim about closing this farm up, which is not easy to do. I have a couple animals. Life is not easy, trust me. Nothing in my life is simple. It's very complicated. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of deal. So, but anyways, maybe I should just close up this shop, Christmas Valley. I have pissed these people off this year, bringing up Christo Masse, the eating of the flesh, human flesh, the eating of the flesh of Christ, this pagan, tradition, custom that is vain, that we were told in the book of Jeremiah, do not be dismayed at those signs of the heaven, of the ways of the heathens, for their customs are vain. For they cutteth the tree out of the forest, work of the hands of the workman, with the axe, deck it with silver and gold, and fasten it with nails and hammers, so it move not. And they'll still do it. They'll still do it. I have taken everybody off my Facebook page that posted anything about Christmas. Gosh, I have no friends now at all. It was a tough thing to do, but I can't do it anymore. This country was founded on, come on, I want to do a video about that. This country was founded on Christmas. They came here because they wouldn't celebrate Christmas. That is the history of this country. Wow, people are brutish in nature, beast of the field, unwilling to learn, brute beast. So I'm trying to do and put in the works that I need to. Wow, that's a long video. But anyways, if you made it to the end, I even thought about packing this up. I'm going to close it down now and head out to Tennessee. The sold a pickup. I can sell a couple more things and leave it all here. I don't care, whatever now. I don't care. I'm caring. Somebody took everything I ever worked for. I don't care about material things. Nobody wants to come out here. Nobody wants to try to survive. I'm in, I believe, a way better place strategically than Tennessee, but I don't care. The Most High is going to take me when He takes me, period. Just like He did my father that day, and Christmas didn't kill him. So it is Christmas today. Wow. And how many people are giving into this beast, Roman Catholicism? That's what this is. This country, it needs to burn with fire, and that fire is the word. The truth is going to set this place free. Watch. And people from afar off are going to go, alas, alas, the great Babylon has burned. And it will do the, oh man. All right. See, I'm just overcome by the Spirit. I'd rather just get a little tiny apartment. As long as my animals were taken care of and I can take care of myself, I would move to Tennessee in a minute to be with my brothers and sisters there at Grace and Truth Ministries. I fight this battle every day. Guys, can you help me? If anybody made it this far to the end, I don't know what to do. I really don't want to be here anymore. I thought I was going to go hang out with my son for a little bit before, because I knew some changes are coming in my life, but that didn't work out. We kind of had our way. Remember that one string that I told you that I had? I cut that too. My son's not even on my friends list anymore. Nope. It's just me. I'm all alone. Just me and the Most High, and then you guys, whoever my brothers and sisters are in the same way as me, believe the same, uh, who are willing to walk and follow in the commandments of the Father and conform to the image of His Son. So, bless you. Can you help me? That's what I need. I need your advice. What do I do? I've got everything out here. I could have a few people come out here and everything be perfect, right? Well, I could have had that years ago. But I don't care about this material things. I have the ability to help people. I really do. I could help so many people right now if things were broken down. And that's what this place is. It's what Silver Rock Ranch is. It's a safe haven for when things break down. You ever seen Informed Christians? Daniel Vallis on Informed Christians. He has a channel. He's a great, his beautiful channel actually. Talks about, and he has the Brookhaven place that he's prepared, because one day things are going to get a lot worse, and some of us know this, of these days that are coming, and we're preparing a place just like Noah did. So I have that place now, but I'm willing to leave it all alone, because all I need is this. My body is a temple, and that's all I need. I just need Him. I just need the Messiah. I don't need anything. I'm kind of holding on to my animals. My animals have kept me from, I have a responsibility to 2 dogs now that I have, and some kitties, whatever. But other than that, again, I can know how to take care of them. If they were fine, I would be fine. I could just work Him. I don't need anything. I really wish I could just throw everything I have away. And that's crazy, because I'm sure a lot of people going, I know there's a lot of people that fight that battle too all the time. I know there's people who die to have what I want, but I wouldn't want to do it alone, so they could have it. You want it, you can have it. I'll trade you. I don't want this stuff. I want to make a difference in my life. I want to help people. These material things are getting in my way. Just to put on a backpack and let Him blow me in whatever direction He'd want. Boy, that would talk about being free, man. See, that load is lifted. So, hey, if you got material things, I know, to me, they're cumbersome. Because again, I'm out here where I could survive if things got really bad right now. The grid went down. All these things that are about to happen in this country, they're going to happen. And I'm prepared for it. And I'm willing to give them all up just to go be a part of the body of the church. I could start over there. I'd do the same thing. I just build up whatever there. So can you help me with some advice? If anybody made it to the end of this video, probably not too many people are going to make it this long. I've never done a video, I don't think, ever this long, and I don't even know how long this will take to upload. But it's a video from the heart, because again, Silver Rock Ranch could be a great community of people surviving the next weeks, days, and months, because I know what's coming. You can contact me if you want to know. I mean, whatever. I'm going to just try to get you prepared. I don't know everything, but I do know of the cycles of our star and our sun and the earth, and, things that have economics and things like that. Yeah, things that affect my daily life and yours. I prepare and I pay attention to those things. I don't put my head between my legs and just act like it ain't happening, So, all right, give me some comments here on what do you think I should do. Should I pick up, move to Tennessee? Should I stay here? What are you doing, girl? What should I do? I'm trying to let the Most High work for me. So He's going to do His will. But now that I have a family in my, I can ask you, because otherwise He's the only person I can ask. And I've been waiting for Him doing this, preparing. Spring will be here soon. And if I get myself together and I'm still here, I got a huge list of things to keep preparing. But again, I pack all this up and just whatever come out there. I don't need it. Material things don't mean anything to me. I actually need people that care about me and want to see me succeed. So that's why I've made this channel, because I feel drawn to do this. So thank you for tuning in to another epic, long
predestined for light. Walk and follow in the commandments of the Father, conform to his image. Always agape. Thank you.